All right, for more on the president taking control of D.C., let's bring in House Oversight Committee member, Pennsylvania Congressman Scott Perry. Congressman, thanks for being with us. I'm very eager to get your thoughts on this, okay, because the president had to give you guys notice that this was going to happen, okay? The left is lighting their hair on fire. This, once again, is the end of democracy. I think most Americans look at it and say, well, gosh, it'd be kind of nice if our kind of crown jewel national capital was safe and clean, Congressman. How do you read it?
Well, this is how I read it. It's not the end of democracy. The left ought to know that this comes by way of Article 1 in the Constitution and a law passed in 1973, I think. So that sounds like democracy to me. The president has 48 hours to tell Congress what he's doing. He has complete control over the D.C. Guard and can take control of the D.C. police. And let's face it, the D.C. police is unfortunately, it's a clown show. I'm sure there are many great officers there, but they've got either no leadership or terrible leadership. One of the commanders of one of the districts has been under investigation for reducing crime statistics. And even under reduced crime statistics, D.C.'s murder rate is like 3 to 5 times that of Mexico City. This is not the Democrat or the left wing or Muriel Bowser's city. This is America's capital, and they ought to be able to go there safely. Representative Ron Estes's staff member was shot just last month. One of my staff members was mugged at gunpoint, and then a hit and run followed that, and nothing's being done. The American people are sick of it.
Indeed. I loved watching President Trump today, Congressman, because he's always so just hits it out of the park. He said he was going through the murder rate about because all these Democrats crowing about how violent crime is down. He was like, Baghdad, we double up on Baghdad, higher than murder rate, higher than Bogota. The worst places on earth. This place is much, much higher. And the fact that every liberal leader inside that beltway and even outside found this acceptable. And I'll point to Randy Weingarten of the American Federation of Teachers put out a statement about how the AFT has thousands of educators and employees who live and work in D.C. We recently brought thousands of people here for a conference. This is our city. And she goes on, and there is nary a mention, unless I missed it, about children and the kids that they're supposed to educate. And I will go back to Reggie Brown, who was murdered back in 2023 in the district by 5 teenage girls, 12 to 15 years of age. Where was the teachers union in educating those kids who took Reggie Brown's life, who was a disabled man, out for a walk one morning?
Yeah, these stories are horrific. They sound like something from another country, but even worse, they're happening in our nation's capital. This isn't Randy Weingarten's capital. It's not the teachers union's capital. It is the capital of the United States for the American people and the people from around the world that want to come to the capital of the United States and have the expectation of being safe. And of course, it is not safe. The crime statistics may be lowered, but they're pencil whipping them. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody knows. I mean, that's exactly what, and if they're lower, that's because they're just reducing the crime rates on by pencil, but what's actually happening on the ground, everybody has known somebody that's experienced it. It is unacceptable, and somebody needs to take leadership. The elected leadership refuses to acknowledge the problem. I mean, goodness sake, stores are closing. They got to lock up shampoo in the CVS. It's absurd that this our nation's capital is operating under these conditions. If they won't take a leadership role, the president's going to. He has every right. And we have the Congress has a constitutional authority to do the same thing, as you know.
New sheriff in town, indeed. Hey, I want to get your take on this. Friday, Trump, Putin, Alaska, big hopes, tough negotiation. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, look, I think that President Putin is looking at what happened with Azerbaijan Just recently, within the last couple of weeks, Russia's influence is fading there. He's looking at President Trump and what he has in store for Vladimir Putin economically with tariffs, including some of our biggest allies, including India. And I think, he's going to bluster. He's going to throw a lot of things on the table that he's going to say he demands. But at the end of the day, this thing's going to end, and it's going to end under President Trump's watch. And it's going to end because President Trump is going to put the smackdown on Vladimir Putin, and it's about time.
Congressman Scott Perry, we got to leave it there. Thanks for being with us today. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you. God bless you.